Hello everybody, I'm Colin Baker, the Sixth Doctor, and you are so lucky, because you are watching the Omega Files, and I'm in it at the moment, but the next bit isn't me, it's something even better.
Well, hello, Hot Chepsit. Do you want to chime in today?
Yes. It does. Yes, it does.
Hot Chepsit, the Doctor Who cat. Okay, good evening, everyone. Or, well, actually, it's morning now. Welcome to the Omega Files. I'm your host, Dr. Freedom, and today we've gathered around to sit down and have a little discussion about the latest episode, The Caretaker. And let's go around the panel, get hellos from everyone. Let's start with Harry.
Greetings and salutations, one and all.
Okay, Callan.
Hello, good evening, and welcome.
Daniel. Nightwing, I mean, sorry.
Hello.
Bill.
Hey.
Phillip.
Hello.
AJ.
Hola.
I knew Hot Chepsit was going to get there sooner or later. William.
Hello, everybody.
And, of course, Graham.
How we doing, dearies? Glad to be here to wipe up some sinister puddles.
Okay, so this time around we got a pretty interesting combination. We got the Doctor hanging around Coal Hill School, which we all know has been the center of attention, well, a little bit on and off here and there since the beginning of the series. Then we got him encountering Danny Pink for the first time. Then we have Clara, who's obviously Miss Control Freaks having just a wee bit of trouble keeping these two lifestyles balanced out. Just a wee bit of trouble. To the point that she's actually sitting there, talking in a mirror going, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. I've got it under control. Everything's great. Yeah, right. She's trying to keep a cyclone in a bottle. It's like, it's crazy. All right, opening thoughts on the Caretaker. Let's start with Graham.
As I say, we had our issues last week. We didn't know how well the robot would be, Brian, but overall, I enjoyed this. There was also concern about how domestic it would be, but I thought the overall banter and overplay between Coleman, Capaldi, and to a certain extent Samuel Anderson meshed it quite well together. So overall, enjoyable episode, mate. Yeah.
Okay, William.
I see this as a good episode. Great acting by Capaldi, and I also see it as a build-up to the character of Danny Pink.
Mm-hmm.
All right, AJ.
Yeah, I agree with the guys. It was a good episode. I reckon the robot should have been a bit more focused in the episode, though. A bit more backstory to it, probably. And Danny Pink was very interesting, I thought.
I know, if they thought that Skovox Blister, the Skovox Blitzer, I always almost say Blister, but the Skovox Blitzer, they thought he was trouble. Imagine if it had been the Raston Warrior robot,
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Okay, Phillip?
Overall, I thought that the mystic side of the piece would have let it down, but I was quite pleasantly surprised by the whole thing. And yes, the robot was a bit of a letdown. There should have been a bit more backstory, as AJ said. But the overall appeal to the story did get me interested, so it was good. Yeah.
Bill?
Yeah, overall, you said Vil, not Phil, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Overall, I thought that it was a pretty decent episode. I had expected to go in and find myself really irritated after our recent hijinks with Clara on Gallifrey. I had heard something about, she was his teacher, and I was thinking, oh crap, not again. But that wasn't it at all. All it was that she reminded him of somebody else. And yeah, she made her little snide comment about being his teacher, but that's Clara. She's snide and obnoxious, and I can't wait for her to go away. At least she managed not to ruin the episode, and overall, she did contribute well to it. I liked a lot of what I saw in the Doctor's personality. He was really reminding me more of the attitudes of the classic Doctors, especially, when Danny Pink wanted to know how he could help and the Doctor told him to go away. That was great.
Yeah. All right, Nightwing?
I like this episode. I mean, the robot could have been done better, and maybe actually, instead of it had more focus on the robot, but the episode, the part of it where the Doctor thought that Adrian was Clara's boyfriend, not Danny, I thought that quite amusing, because he'd already met, that Orson, and that's what Clara was referring to, and the Doctor thought she was referring to him looking like the other guy, looking like Matt's Doctor, and I found that quite funny.
Okay, Callan?
Yeah, I like this one. When the Doctor gets a job in Coal Hill School, it better be a classic, and it was for me, but everyone's different.
All right, Harry?
I thought it was a pretty good episode. I do admit the fact that Danny now knows about the TARDIS and about the Doctor. I think that's going to cause some interesting things to happen next few weeks up till the finale, because what I'm seeing is, it's just my view, I think Claire's going to have to make a choice before the end of the season. Do you want to stay with the Doctor, or do you want to stay with Danny? That's going to have to be her choice.
Yeah. Go on ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Brian, it's some choice when she's already in the Christmas special, so sorry to spoil it, kiddies.
Can I just say that I did find a bit irksome the fact that Danny took the revelation of the Doctor being alien and the TARDIS all in his stride too easily.
Very suspicious.
All right, first William.
I think that's very suspicious.
Okay, Nightwing?
I'm pretty sure Earth's used to aliens, so he didn't really, he's probably the only person that doesn't think that aliens are a problem, because he seems to have them a lot on Earth.
But if you were a teacher and then you realise that your girlfriend is knocking about with an alien who lives in a police box, you'd be running for high mercy, man.
And Clara was handling the whole thing stupid. I mean, honestly, her whole explanation to him would have been, okay, well, if I would have told you that I run around with a time-traveling alien, you'd think that I was insane.
Yeah.
Now, if my girlfriend was hanging around with a time-traveling alien, I'd be like, why haven't I been invited?
Oh, it has to be all about you, innit, Danny? Has to be about you.
Like Phillip from a few weeks ago, if your girlfriend was running around with a time-traveling alien, I'd be mystified.
All right, you popped up a second ago. You want to say something, AJ?
No, I was just laughing with everyone's
okay. Okay, yeah, but I can agree with Phillip here. You have to remember, Danny Pink being the soldier, plus the fact that all the recent encounters the human race has had with aliens has not been that good. There's not been any happy occasions lately where aliens have popped up, so I can see why Danny, would be a bit threatened, but he seems to kind of like just take it in stride.
Yeah,
He's a soldier.
As much as that seems like a gripe and a nitpick at present, there might be a reason for that that's got to be explained later.
Yeah.
And even the point when the Doctor revealed that I am a Time Lord, he goes, and then Danny's response to it's like, oh, a Time Lord, hey, do I salute you? It's like, hang on, you don't even take that in your stride either. You took that in your stride as well. It's like you're aware of Time Lords already.
Plus, that's one big elephant in the room in this episode that we see handled on both sides, between the Doctor and Danny. Prejudice, prejudging.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it wasn't that he was aware of Time Lords. It was the idea of Lord being a title, and he figured that the Doctor acted too aristocratic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that. Yeah, basically, Scottish accent aside, you're an aristocrat, you're a bureaucrat, and I know how that works, is what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And also notice the one line there about how he's the guy that basically lights the fires, and I'm the guy who has to go carry them out if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So right there, we can see why Danny is is prejudiced against the Doctor, because he sees him as being, like a general, which he's obviously had bad experiences with, in his upper ranks.
Yep.
And then we have the Doctor who's prejudiced against Danny for being a soldier because he no longer can stand that type of mentality or person. Harry, you have something to say? I thought you just waved your hand there. I mean, anything to add to that?
No.
Okay, I guess not. He's gone quiet on me.
Hey, all I gotta say is, where Danny's concerned, he did something that was weird, at least to me. We were talking about this last night. That move he made over the robot. How would a guy who was supposedly it was not military,
All right.
a PE teacher, make a move like that?
Okay. You want to know the truth? He's Morpheus for the Matrix.
Hey, who knew that the Matrix was really from Gallifrey all of this time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah, and Agent Smith is secretly Omega. Yeah, there we go. Then again, it would be scary if Hugo Weaving turned up as a villain. But
Oh, boy.
You know, that does explain a lot about why he wanted to get out.
I can see that. Mr. Smith, welcome back. We've missed you.
This place, this black hole, this other dimension.
It's the smell. Hi.
Okay, we're digressing here. Let's stick to
Yeah, because unfortunately, from what I've heard, they are redoing the Matrix movie, so I don't know.
Oh, God.
What? You're kidding me.
Oh,
What is this fascination about redoing things, man? Oh.
That's what it is. Original idea left.
So that's Hollywood.
And that's their excuse. Oh, well, we've already done everything. Good, then quit your goddamn job and get some homeless guy that actually has an imagination to take your place.
Mm-hmm. You hear that, Moffat?
Oh, but back to Doctor Who. Yeah, speaking of the Moffat. I don't know. Was it just me, or do you guys feel this is setting up for something later on? Things are going to come to a head, and this is just a little turning point in this whole series. Let's start with Harry.
Sorry, didn't quite catch the question.
All
Sorry.
right. Do you feel that this episode was just setting up for something later? This was just like a turning
I think
point?
it is, especially the way it ended. I think we're finally getting to see that Moffat's finally come up with something, a theme that is building up, something that's really going to get people talking in a good way for a change. I think that for once he's come up with something that really is intriguing the fans.
Okay. Callan?
So, was that me?
Yeah, do you think this is building up to something that's going to happen later?
Yeah, I'm breaking up a bit at this end. Yeah, you're breaking up a bit at this end. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it's going to play out in the rest of the series, the rest of the season. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nightwing?
Yeah, I think some sort of build up with who was it that said that there's going to be a choice where Clara's going to have to make a choice? Who said that?
Aye.
That was Harry.
Yeah.
Oh, Harry, yeah. Yeah, I think Clara will have to make a choice, but I don't know how she could make that choice.
It's easy. It's an easy choice to make. You think about it.
Yeah, I know. Do you want love or do you want to travel?
Well,
Here's the thing. The choice might be taken away from you.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Ah, okay, that's a good point. Okay.
Okay, Vil, what do you think? You think that this is building up to something, or?
Well, here's the thing. I think that it could be building up to something. There's not really enough out there to speculate as to what that something may be. But then again, I have to say, as much as I'm liking Capaldi, Moffat has had a running track record of building up to something and then it's a big disappointment. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that that'll necessarily happen. I'm giving it its fair shot, even though he did really annoy the hell out of me with his comment that the show's about Clara, not the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I'm going to say that I really hope that it is, and I think that it might be, but that's as best as I can really answer it.
Okay. Philip?
Well, we already know that Courtney's going to be wearing a Star Trek red shirt, so that's building up to that. And and of course, well, yeah, we know something's going to happen along the line with Clara and Danny, so we just have to wait and see what the outcome's going to be.
All right. AJ?
Yeah, I agree with the guys. It's too early to say what is going to happen at the very end, but I hope it's a really good ride and a good run with it.
All right. William?
Yeah, I like Phil said, this is something that is building up, but I'm gonna say starting next episode, I will be watching everything that Danny Pink says and does, because we was talking about yesterday, there's something more to him than meets the eye.
Okay. Graham?
I initially agree with the guys, Brian. It is a wee bit too early to say. The only thing you can guarantee for damn sure is whatever this is building up to, half the fandom are going to love it and half the fandom will crap all at it.
Yep, that's fair enough.
Somebody just mentioned the other big, weird thing that happened in this episode. Why do you get... All right, let's start with Graham. Why do you think that the Doctor suddenly just, out of nowhere, invites this young student, Courtney Woods, into the TARDIS and even takes her out later to get rid of the Skovox blister? Do you think he has a goal with that, or maybe he just sees a kindred spirit? What's your take on it?
I think he just sees a kindred spirit. He likes her attitude, her brashness, It's a case of, what's your name again? Disruptive influence. Oh, good, I'm a doctor. Get lost, Yeah, kindred spirit. Maybe even sees a wee bit of himself in a younger age. Yeah, let's show her a good time. Why not? I can always wipe her memory later,
Okay. William?
Yeah, I see the same thing. She's like a kindred spirit, but unlike Danny and Clara, she shows respect to the Doctor.
I like that. But who knows? I may have an opening soon.
Yeah, that's a very telling statement.
I love that, but I love that part though. Can't you read the sign that says 2 pictures? No, it doesn't.
Now, does this mean that we might have a child companion, and how do people feel about that?
No,
that's not going to happen. No, it's not happening.
It's a liken to Nightmare and Silver with wee annoying brats. It'll be 1-2 episodes tops.
Yeah, we do know she's going to go with them and kill the moon. We've already seen her in the next time trailer. Plus, we knew this as far back as spring, when she was turning up in multiple sets, especially in the Lanzarote set for Kill the Moon.
We knew this as far back as when Stephen Price was on the beach. So
she's definitely at least a short time companion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she's going to be a short-termer.
Maybe kind of like Adam.
Yeah.
And see, I don't have a problem with the idea. I mean, hello, the Doctor hit his granddaughter. As long as it's done right. And let's face it, that Cybermen episode, it was not done right.
I only have a problem with the fact that the Doctor seems to be too free and easy about giving away the secrets of himself and the TARDIS.
No, Phil, again, it can just wipe their memory. It's no big deal.
True, but I don't know. It's a little bit uncomfortable him sort of like allowing just. I mean, he whisked her away to God knows where, and yet what are the parents saying? Where's my kid? What's happening to her?
He brings him back the minute he took her away.
Yeah, but what happens if she dies in next week's episode? What happens then? How's you going to explain that to the parents?
No, she's not going to die. She's not going to die.
Another random alien abduction. Hey, look at it this way. At least she didn't get her teeth drilled and her naughty bits probed.
I could understand if you were talking from the point of view a different incarnation, like a Tennant or a McCoy or whatnot, or whatever. But as it's been said throughout this season, Capaldi's Doctor likes the hypnotising thing. He likes the mind wipe thing. So it's not really an issue for me, man.
Okay, fair enough.
Plus, it seems like this Doctor is a little bit more free and easy with the whole mind wipe option. Remember how much it pained David Tennant to do it to Donna?
Yeah.
But think about the circumstance behind it, though. This is some random person that he doesn't like, versus Donna, where he didn't want to make her lose all of that memory of their time together.
True. Yeah.
If you put it into perspective, it does make sense.
Okay.
And you also got to remember, this is a totally different Doctor to what we had before. So,
Oh, major differences.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, major differences. Like I said, he's starting to remind me more and more of Hartnell with his detachment and his obvious disdain for the human race.
He has been reminding me a lot of both Hartnell and Tom Baker.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Even though he thinks he's moved on from the scarf, but
well, yeah, that's clothing, and I'm not talking about clothing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I meant. I just love that line, though. No, of course not. I moved on from that. I look silly. Okay, AJ, what do you think the deal is with Courtney Woods? Kindred spirit, or?
Yeah, kindred spirit. He sees a bit of himself in her, but he could always go back a few years later on in her timeline and pick her up again when she's
That's a good
older.
point. Yeah, that's a good point. I agree with that.
So there you go. There's that whole child problem gone.
All right, Phillip.
Yeah, I agree with what everybody's saying. I just find it a bit weird out that he's picking up a little schoolgirl and letting her run around in the police box and God knows what.
Phillip, let's be fair. It's not the 1970s at the BBC.
No, I know. I just got that. Oh my God! Hello, I'm the Doctor, but I'm really Jimmy Savile. Come here, girl.
Oh boy.
Just wait a second while I put on my Hawaiian shirt. Oh.
Ew.
Okay, Bill with a V.
Throw the question at me again. I had some sound issues here for a moment.
Okay, Courtney Woods. You think the Doctor's just taking her along because she's a kindred spirit, or?
I'm not sure as to the motivation. I think that that's likely, but I don't think that there's any nefarious thing in there. I don't think she's going to turn out to be like some sort of alien or anything like that. I think that it's probably something very innocent and very brief.
Will she keep her mouth shut about what she's been up to, though?
Who's going to believe her?
Again, exactly. Who's going to believe her? And again, wipe her memory. I'll go back and find it. It's old Andy.
I suspect the Doctor can easily implant something with hypnosis to make sure
Well, here's the other thing. Does he really even have to wipe the memory? I think that was more like he was annoyed with Danny Pink. Because, what does he really have to fear? Him saying that, he's an alien and he has this time vessel isn't really him telling his deepest secrets. He never tells those. And what does he care if some dumb Earth girl decides to try to say, hey, there's a time-traveling alien? Who's going to believe it?
Exactly. I was about to say that. Who's going to believe her other than maybe the chairman of governors?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good point. Good point. Good point.
Okay, Nightwing, Courtney Woods, what do you think the deal is?
I think Courtney reminds the Doctor of himself when he was younger, and she's also the fact that she's quite disruptive. Doctor is disruptive as in he doesn't like listening to rules and stuff. So again, Courtney's a lot like the Doctor, but I think it'll only be a brief travel because I'm not going to say anything if we're going to discuss the next week trailer. I'll leave it till then.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we are going to discuss it later. So yeah.
I'll leave it till then.
Okay, Callan. Callan, you still with us?
Oh, yeah, audio problems as well. Skype's playing up a bit. Yeah, Courtney Woods, yeah. We see her as a fellow traveller in life. And, yeah, she's got a sense of humour and she's quite fun to be with. I think that's what it is.
Oh, okay. Harry?
I see twofold things. One, I think he does see kindred spirit in this young lady. Two, I think he sees in her what the first Doctor saw with Susan, a young lady who's got an inquisitive mind, someone who wants to learn, someone who's not afraid to who's got a hunger to get out there, see, learn, just basically explore the universe like he's always wanted to.
Or here's another theory I've been toddling around with since I watched this one again this morning. What if he's doing it because in his mind it's kind of like taking a little jab back at Clara?
Because she's got a boyfriend now, and you think, well, screw you. I'll take one of your pupils along.
Exactly. I can
Yeah.
replace you.
Field trip.
Exactly. I can replace you. You're now irreplaceable. I can, if I get bored with you, I've already got, your replacement picked.
Let's face it, he could replace any human with a kitten.
or a group of otters.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good theory, Brian, but I don't know if he would be that petty based on his persona.
I would believe that.
Sorry, go ahead, Philip. I'm sorry.
I was going to say I can believe what Brian's saying because he is that kind of doctor. He's very caustic in some senses.
No,
and,
I mean I know he'd probably replace people that upped him at the drop of a hat, but I think Clara'd have to do something pretty far out there to basically say, right, fuck it, bye. Oh, there goes the rating.
It would have been a lot better if he had taken Danny onto that little trip to dispose of the robot. That would have made more sense to me.
I don't think he trusts him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, for some reason, this particular doctor has got this big, oh God, for lack of a better word, he's got this boner against soldiers. He can't stand it.
That's so wrong.
That makes me happy.
So when you say that he's got a boner against soldiers, are we talking about like a changing of the ratings thing going on here?
No,
sort of thing.
He's got this, he's got this little, he's got something stuck in his craw about soldiers. He can't stand them.
Well,
stuck in his craw is an old expression. It's been around.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you said a few weeks back, Brian. It's probably akin to the whole John Hurt Doctor thing and the whole 900-year war on Trenzalore. So,
Well, then if he's got this thing against soldiers, then it'll be interesting when we come to the series finale how he reacts to the unit when they pop up.
There you go.
Yeah, he will be with them.
Yeah,
Which is strange because he spent most of his third life with them, so it's kind of weird.
But they showed some photos early in this year.
Yeah, but I just find it weird that he's got this thing against him now, when he spent half his life working with them.
Yeah,
well, also remember, we saw the beginnings of this all the way back as early as, say, the Suntaran stratagem. Remember its disdain with UNIT?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh God, don't salute me.
And to a degree, that goes back to the classic episodes. Even when he worked with the unit, he absolutely hated their tactics.
Yeah.
Good point. That, even though the Brigadier and the John Pertwee's doctor would eventually become friends, they clashed a lot in philosophy. Between the Brigadier's view of things and the doctor's view of things. They never, they were constantly arguing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So this has been brewing for quite a while, actually. I don't know why everybody's jumping up and down going, well, he's had soldiers on the TARDIS before. I go, yeah. But also remember, when this show came back and we saw, that the doctor is portrayed by Eccleston, we're looking at a doctor who has basically about the equivalent of post-traumatic stress disorder. He's just gone through a war. He's just lost his people. Well, he's got them back recently, allegedly. And, he's learning to deal with this. And this is one of the things, especially after being on Trenzalore for, going on 800, 900 years, he no longer has a taste for that anymore. He doesn't want to be equated with a soldier, even though he's been a soldier and he's even been a leader in a war.
Yes, he has. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's one of the things I've said before. I think that he's taking out his own self-hatred on the soldiers and that he encounters.
I think we lost Nightwing.
I know. I'm working on it. Don't even mention it. I'm already working on it. Okay. Now let me read this one for the folks out there in the peanut gallery, just so we have an idea. All right. Guy who co-wrote this was Gareth Roberts. Okay, just to give everybody a little background. During the 1990s, Roberts was associated with the popular range of Doctor Who spin-off novels published by Virgin Books. He contributed several novels to their New Adventures and Missing Adventures ranges of Doctor Who fiction. He also wrote some cracker novelizations for Virgin. He continued his association with Doctor Who in the 2000s, penning several feature articles and comic strips for Doctor Who magazine, co-writing audio plays and short stories based on the series with Clayton Hickman for Big Finish Productions, and in 2005 writing another Doctor Who novel, Only Human, based on the characters from the new series launched that year, and for BBC, the new series Adventures range. A further novel, I Am a Dalek, was released in 2006 and featured the 10th Doctor. I Am a Dalek is part of the government Quick Reads initiative. He also co-wrote The New Gods with Rebecca Levine and the first Tomorrow People audio drama for Big Finish. So this guy right here, also here's another little tidbit that's going to make a couple of ears perk up. Roberts appeared as a contributor to the documentary Serial Thrillers exploring the popular Phillip Hinchcliffe era of Doctor Who between 1975 and 77, which featured as an extra on the 2004 DVD release of the serial Pyramids of Mars. So this guy's no stranger to Doctor Who. It says right here he's written 4 full episodes, which include Shakespeare Code, Unicorn and the Wasp, The Lodger, and Closing Time. All right, so the last two I'm not too big fans of. Unicorn and the Wasp, Shakespeare Code, okay. But this one, I hate to say it, beats the crap out of any of the ones he's written before, as far as I'm concerned. Anyone else agree with that?
Yes, and you know what? Yeah. You brought up what you were saying about his past. I don't know exactly why it triggered this thought, but now that we have Gallifrey returning, I think that this is an ample opportunity to bring something back that has only been in the books. And it would make so much sense. Faction Paradox.
Oh boy.
Bless you.
Harry just woke up.
Okay, Harry, do you want to add to that?
Faction Paradox. I don't even want to think about Faction Paradox. That group is. All I gotta say is Faction Paradox.
But you know what? Think about it this way: if you had Faction Paradox,
sit with the Time Lords, it just drives me nuts.
Okay,
it drives me nuts enough to want to bang my head against the table.
But
anything
remember,
I can. They are nuts, to put it mildly.
But remember who led Faction Paradox, and this would be an awesome way for us to get. Oh crap! I hate when I do this with names. Co-showrunner with Stephen Moffat.
Yes.
Yes, Mark Gatiss, thank you. This would be a great way to have Mark Gatiss be able to come on in his John Pertwee getup, because remember that Grandfather Paradox was an evil alternate third Doctor.
I thought Gatiss was involved in this one. I mean, they said this was supposed to have been the comedic episode for the season.
I thought Grandfather Paradox was Fitz Griner.
Oh.
I might be remembering that wrong, but I seem to recall that he was an evil.
Yeah, because Grandfather Paradox was the being with one arm, because the Doctor chopped his arm off, or he lost his arm to the Doctor. So Fitz Griner was the companion that turned into Grandfather Paradox.
Fitz Griner, oh yeah.
But that whole Faction Paradox is too convoluted. It's even more convoluted than Stephen Moffat on Acid Man. So I don't know if it works.
Okay, so we do got guys who are popping up who've had adventures, have experience with the novel side of everything, and as well as past stuff. Matter of fact, Gareth Roberts also co-wrote Invasion of the Bane, which was the pilot episode for the Sarah Jane Adventures, and he also wrote the novelization of Shada, and he co-wrote Planet of the Dead with Russell T Davies. So here's a guy who's got a lot of Doctor Who clout, and it really showed last night. Now, as much as I would have loved to have had Ian Chesterton turn up, like I said, I knew it wasn't going to happen. So I don't think they're going to do it. But
was this episode also co-wrote with Moffat?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
This was the co-wrote.
Oh well, can we guess which part of the story that Moffat wrote then?
Missy.
The robot.
Easy,
the robot.
Yeah, the robot. I'm thinking.
No, Missy.
No, the robot speech, the way he's talked, that's Roth Moffat's writing style.
Yeah, it is.
As I keep saying, guys, broken record, you can shit on them all you like. He's bringing in the moolah.
Yeah. Like I said, but people may disagree with Moffat, but like I said, I feel sorry for the poor schlub who comes in after him. Because all the milestones are pretty much taken. This guy has made major money He's got Doctor Who into the Guinness Book of World Records. Like I said, I feel sorry for the guy who comes after him because I have an eerie feeling that guy's going to have a very difficult time. Mm-hmm. But okay, let's go ahead and break this baby down. Let's start with Peter Capaldi's performance as the Doctor this episode. Let's start with Harry.
Capaldi did a fantastic job. I mean, Capaldi, I'd have to put Capaldi up there with Tom Baker as far as my favorite over the history of the show. I mean, Capaldi is just that good.
All right. Callan?
Yeah, Capaldi was. Yeah, Capaldi was really good. Yeah. Yeah,
right.
very much. I liked him very much.
Okay, Nightwing?
Capaldi's performance was good. He stuck up for what he believed in, with hating, not liking Danny and stuff. And I found it quite comical when he was, when he talked about the otters and, when he was blabbering on when everybody was leaving the staff room. And I found that quite comical. He was just a silly old, being silly and old. But he did do a really
Stop with this old thing. I've had nothing to do. But go on.
He did do a good performance. He did really well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, go canoodle with your boyfriend. Doctor's orders.
Yeah.
Okay, Phil with a V?
Well, you're complaining about the whole old thing, and I was waiting for him to retort with old is good. I like old. Ask anyone. But as far as my opinion on Peter Capaldi goes, I have to basically echo what Harry said.
All right. Phillip?
You know what? I think I keep saying it, changing my mind about him every week. But today, last night, he was sublime. The nuances of his character were fantastic. I was so gripped by him last night. So he's fast becoming one of my favourite Doctors at the moment.
All right. About time.
Thank you very much.
Okay, AJ?
Yeah, I agree. Capaldi is a god. He just completed the spectrum between, angry to cheerful. Perfectly done.
All right. William?
Oh, I love the way he just first he shows up looking as the caretaker, what looks like the 10th Doctor's coat. Then he sings. You hear him whistling Pink Floyd's "The Wall" when Clara is talking to the kids about the chess pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, Graham?
Again, I must sound like a broken record every week when it comes to this guy, folks. I mean, utterly, alien, off the wall, funny, angry. He's just everything. He's got it all, and he's only going to get better as time progresses.
Okay, now starting with Graham going the other way around, Jenna Coleman as Claire in this episode. What do you think?
I think she was pretty good in this one. I mean, I know the guys had reservations about the whole domestic side of things and whatnot, and I know there's still stuff there that irks a lot of people. But in terms of developing the characterization between the triangle between her, Danny, and Capaldi's Doctor, pretty solid outing for Jenna Coleman.
And all right, one thing I got to nitpick though before I move on. If I was that one kid that was sitting just to the right of her when she was up on the chair talking to y'all.
Oh God, yeah.
Sorry. I don't. You know where my head would be.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we have the other complaint: too many clothes, too little personality.
Oh. Okay, William.
Well, Clara did her role very well, and she finally told the Doctor about Danny. But in time, she's gonna, like the guys were saying earlier, she's gonna make a decision what she's gonna do with her life: stay with the Doctor, or go back to being a normal human.
All right, AJ.
She was alright, but I think that scene where she was trying to come up with a plausible idea of why the robot had disappeared and all that, looks like she was going to burst a blood vessel.
Well, I would put that mainly into desperation, AJ. She'd been caught with her hand in the cage. The genie was out the bottle and she was fucked, basically.
It's a play! A summer thing, yes!
Did anyone else notice she was wearing a necklace with an arrow that was pointing up at her face?
No, I
I missed that.
There's a little arrow on a necklace, and it points just straight up.
Well, you know
Like,
what
look
that
at
is?
me.
Yeah, well,
Oh, she's still got feelings for Robin Hood, silly cow.
As long as we don't see later, she had a little inscription below that says "I'm was stupid." Okay. Okay, Philip.
For me, she's still a Marmite character for me. I can like her in one episode, and I can hate her in another. But overall, in this one, she was okay. She wasn't in your face again. She was quite subtle. I liked how she's trying to balance everything out so she doesn't come proper. But you know,
All right.
but overall, she's
All right.
okay.
Bill with a V.
Throw the question at me again.
Jenna Coleman is Claire in this episode. What do you think?
Well, I'm grateful that she wasn't like she has been in certain other episodes where she was beyond simply being a companion. And I'll even go on to say that she contributed well to this episode, like I mentioned earlier. So yeah, I honestly came away without very many complaints about her, save for her snide comment to the Doctor and him putting up with it.
All right. Nightwing?
I think Clara was much better than the last episode. I don't know. Wait a sec. It was Listen, wasn't it?
Oh, okay. Are you referring to the little segment there? Yeah, where she at the end on Gallifrey? Or
Yeah. I performance that I did in that one.
All right. Callan?
Yeah, I like the way Clara wasn't too uber on this one, and pretty much all the way through the episode she does her eye thing, the thing with her eyes, and she gives good eyes. Yeah, I was happy about this one. Yeah.
All right. Harry?
Jenna did okay in this episode, but I've seen her do better in the show. I mean, it's like they're trying to show more of the romance between her and Danny than they are in showing her as an actual companion, and that seems to be detracting from what she can do as a companion.
All right. And lastly, going to start with Harry and go back the other way around. Sam Anderson as Danny Pink. What did you think of him in this episode?
Overall, he's doing better, but I still have that problem with that leap he did in this episode. I mean,
Yep.
I know he's ex-military and everything, but to do a leap like that,
Yeah, the somersault over the Skovox Blitzer. Yeah, that was a heck of a maneuver there.
No, unless you got a lot of gymnastics training, you should not be able to pull off a move like that.
Well, unfortunately, we find out later that when Danny Pink was in the Army, he got a ribbon in commando gymnastics. No.
He did seem pretty fit. Even before he was in the army, he came from circus people.
Yeah, we find out Danny Pink, being an orphan, ended up running away with the circus, and there we go. Okay, Callan, Sam Anderson is Danny Pink in this episode.
Yeah, I like Donnie. He was he kicked in and did his best. I can't remember. Probably something doing with Donnie here, and I can't find it.
Oh, okay.
I'll patch up later.
All right. Nightwing?
I like Danny. He was, he had some suspicions of the Doctor. I mean, who doesn't have suspicions of the Doctor? A random guy in your school and your girlfriend's hanging around the guy the whole time, like, interested in him, making little subtle hints that she knows him. But and then the jump. I mean, that was kind of far-fetched. I mean, he must have had some serious training to do that. I mean, I don't think they teach you that in the army, but I'm no expert.
Does anyone really believe that the Doctor doesn't really know the connection and understand who he is from the orphanage?
Nah, he knows. He knows.
I think he's playing daft on that. I think he's just playing with him. I think he does know.
Yeah.
Okay, Vil, Sam Anderson is Danny Pink. What did you think?
Oh, I'm really liking the character. He's actually been really enjoyable. He's well written. The actor is really good. You know, when you see him on screen, you can believe everything about him. You know that there's definitely things going on that we're not getting, and that's good. You know, when you have a character come in, you shouldn't in 5 minutes know everything about them. And this is a character that I think really has some depth, which is good. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with him.
All right, Philip.
I liked him. He's got a very cute smile, and
Here we go.
yeah, but it's cute. And yes, I do like his character, and I like how he's being played out at the moment. And I want to see more clashes with him and the Doctor in future episodes.
Whoa, Bill, what are you doing?
He's playing Monopoly by the sounds of it.
No, I opened up the Velcro pouch on my computer bag because I've got a dice bag in there, and I'm trying to separate all of my D10s from all of my other dice.
I thought there was a dice in there because I could hear it rattling around. I thought, what's he playing?
Is he playing a game on his own?
As long as you like my one buddy from school who actually had loaded 20-sided dice.
Jeez.
Yeah.
A 20-sided dice.
Yeah, so when he played D&D, he actually put mercury in them so that they keep landing on 20.
Oh, I see. Oh. Well,
At least for the one time he threw one and he didn't do it quite right, and the thing bounced on the sheet, and next thing you know, there's little puddles of mercury coming out everywhere. But kind of busted on that one. Okay. AJ, Sam Anderson is Danny Payne.
Yeah, I think he's awesome. I like how he sassed the Doctor with the whole regimental, yes sir, no sir.
Ooh,
was brilliant.
say that again.
Oh!
I am a married man, I'm afraid.
Do we know which part of the episode Philip's going to be running back and forth?
Oh dear. Okay, carry on.
Except it's going to bring a whole new meaning. The soldier, drop and give me 20. Okay, William.
Well, Danny, the character of Danny Pink, I'm gonna watch. Like I said earlier, I gotta watch very carefully. This is a character that everybody's gonna watch from here to the end. Go ahead. What are you gonna ask?
Yeah, I was gonna say what's interesting is the fact that he's warning Clara against any problems that she has against with the Doctor. It makes you think, well, why would he be so anti like that?
Yeah,
There's
that's what I'm
something
saying.
like what William said. Like William said, there's something more to him than what meets the eye. He's too easy with the Time Lord thing. He's too easy with the TARDIS thing, and he's too easy with the alien thing. There's something going on there.
The one thing that was missing. No, hold on. Let me finish. The one thing that was missing when he did his jump, the only thing that was missing was the sound effects for the $6 million man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold it. Callan, what do you want to add?
Yeah, he wasn't entirely too easy with the Doctor. When he first discovered the Doctor is an alien and has a police box which is bigger than inside. Clara walks him off the stage and you can see he's completely in shell shock.
Yeah, that could be an act.
He's flabbergasted.
Yeah.
After that, he just catch up quite quickly. I have to admit, after that, he is alright.
I'm still wondering if you have Danny Pink as a plant.
Yeah.
I'm still open to the possibility he was actually sent in to get befriend Clara and get tabs on the Doctor for some reason. I'm still leaning on that.
Mm-hmm.
He's very charming, and you can see with Clara seasoning.
Yeah.
If that happened, that's because of Clara meeting him when he was a little kid.
It could be that too, but remember also.
Yeah, that's another thing. Why doesn't he remember?
Doctor sampled his memory.
Remember?
Yes, he only gave him a dream of being a soldier. He didn't want the memory. He gave him a dream.
He said it. I scrambled his memory up and gave him a big dream about Dan the Soldier Man.
Yeah, we told you this, Philip. Keep up, for God.
I know, but it's still a bit of a. I don't know. It's odd. I don't understand that bit at all. I don't really get it.
Also, before I move on to Graham, I love Danny Pink mentioning the eyebrows.
Oh yes, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Okay, Graham, Sam Anderson as Danny Pink. What did you make of this episode?
I've got to echo the sentiments of all the guys have said on the table today, Bri. I mean, really intriguing character. We will be watching him like a hawk as we head towards the finale. But all in all, Sam Anderson's he's doing a bang-up job. So I can't wait to see how the dynamic between him and Capaldi progresses throughout the rest of the season run.
Okay, now for the last bit of this particular one. Well, kind of, yeah, we're leaning that way. Because this is going to be a little bit of encompassing. At the beginning of this episode, we have some poor guy, the old Bill, finding the Skovox Blitzer. And he didn't get vaporized, he didn't get just blammed out, he got blown to pieces. We actually saw his hand land on the pavement.
No, I don't believe that.
No, he
Yes.
actually saw his hand
Yes.
land on the pavement.
No, but when he got shot, he was standing next to a mannequin. That could be the mannequin's hand,
Ah,
and he
No,
and
no.
he got
Oh.
I forgot about that. You're right. It could have been the mannequins, because that would be a twinge bit dark, wouldn't it?
No,
Yeah,
but his
but
hand wasn't fully charged.
I
There was a
think-
bit of flesh.
That's
That's
why.
because-
That's why I feel Missy. We jumping up to the ending that Missy was not happy that he was there.
Yeah, because you see, that's what I wanted to bring out. We had in this episode, we had finally the appearance of Chris Addison, and he's listed as a character named Seb. And someone even mentioned, does that mean he's the receptionist to the gatekeeper of the Nethersphere? Is that his title? But yeah, we by the way, for you non-British humor-liking fans out there, played Ollie in the thick of it with Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
So what did y'all make of this last bit here with, she seems a bit busy, and then you see Missy, and she don't look all that happy. Let's start with Graham, go back the other way around.
It's kind of hard to gauge. We've not seen her since, Into the Dalek?
Yeah.
Again, there's bits of the puzzle missing here. You don't know if whatever her plans are, if things are going awry, or if things aren't going up to schedule. You just don't know. There's just too many bits of the puzzle missing at present with regards to her.
Yeah.
I guess we'll get an answer to that as we head towards the two-part finale.
Yeah, because unless this was a glitch, it kind of threw our whole people who are quote-unquote died for the Doctor theory out the window.
Yeah.
Because this poor guy hadn't even met him, and he got zonked out and sent to the Nethersphere. So, okay, William, what did you make of that last segment there?
Like I said, he didn't die. He got teleported before the Skovax killed him, and that's why Missy's upset. Now, what Missy's gonna do with him, since he's there, we have to wait and find out.
No. Hang on. Ollie, or whatever his name is in this, basically told the guy, he expired.
Yeah, he died. He did die.
That's what he said to the guy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
But he did die. They all had died.
I think they're being teleported out at the point of death, the second or the nanosecond before. That's my theory.
Yep.
Okay.
Because we saw the Doctor do it with Journey Blue back in Into the Dalek.
Yeah, but that's different. That's different. He took her off. He took off her ship before it blew up. She didn't technically die.
I have a little bit of speculation, and it's not much, and I'm stating it as only speculation. I'm not claiming it as fact. But if you remember some of the filming photos, we saw that she had this army of Cybermen behind her. We don't know that they're with her or against her, but the fact that they're not converting her or killing her makes you question it. And then, who is the one clockwork robot that she saved? The control module. I'm starting to think that she's starting her own little faction of Cybermen, and these people are going to be there to be to basically be the cyber leaders. Because remember, there's one cyber controller, but there's many cyber leaders.
Plus,
And I think that the robot will be the controller.
Which makes me think, what was beyond the window that the policeman and Seb looked out through? What was beyond there?
That was the question I was about to say. Throwing in the tidbit, what do you think he saw outside that window?
Who the hell knows?
But okay, let's move on to AJ. What do you think of that last segment in the Nethersphere?
I don't know. I looked up the phrase Nethersphere on the internet before the podcast. I'll read the description for you. It actually is a word, apparently. All dimensions beyond our usual experience, to include the far reaches of outer space, inner spiritual dimensions, the great beyond, everywhere other than here. So to me, I don't know. It could be heaven. It could be a higher plane. I couldn't say.
Dude, I'm going to smoke some Nethersphere.
But to me, it could be heaven.
Okay, Philip?
I have no idea what to think of this Nethersphere business, to be honest, because there's not enough variables to piece together. Because one minute we're in a garden, you know, that looks like a TARDIS interior. Now we're in a high-tech corridor space with a new character added to it. Weird. It's a weird one.
All right. Bill with a V.
Question again. My cat was summoning me.
What do you think of this last segment of the episode this week with the Nether Sphere and all that?
Oh, well, personally, I rather liked it. I was curious why Missy looked so pissed off. You know,
Yeah.
she had that look about her like something did not go the way that she wanted it.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder if she's not being very selective in who she's collecting, and this cop is kind of a monkey wrench. Which also begs the question, if that's so, does that mean that she doesn't have full control over who gets picked up?
And there's another thing, though. While in the past collections, it's only been Missy being there to greet the people that are being collected. Now she's got Seb. Why is Seb there now?
Because Ollie wanted a cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's, as all I said, she's a bit busy right now.
Yeah, but you know, she looks like the sort of person that would say, "I'm in control of this whole thing. I want to do everything."
Well, that's maybe why she's pissed off. She can't be two places at once.
Well, Callan, at least you got your screenshot and your money shot for this week.
Oh, yeah.
Put another way, she's a woman and she
You'll
didn't
have to explain that to me later.
Yeah, Callan loves Michelle Gomez's Missy, yeah. So.
I'll never mind. Oh, that's all.
Boy, put your hands where I can see them. Oh.
Okay, Nightwing, what did you make of this whole Nether Sphere segment at the end of this one?
The Nether Sphere, that was quite interesting. I liked, it's making me think, like, really hard who Missy could be. And believe it or not, I am actually starting to think that she could be a brand new character altogether. So, yeah, because she seemed quite downcast that it wasn't the Doctor, or the guy didn't die for the Doctor, or because all the characters that so far that they've interacted with Missy have killed and committed, well, not given their lives for the Doctor, and this guy just happened to stumble across the robot. He didn't believe himself that he was in heaven or wherever, the Nether Sphere or whatever. So I don't know. The Nether Sphere segment was quite good at the end. I liked it.
All right, Callan.
Yeah, to go back and speak about the hand, which might have been from a dummy. I'm watching it now, and it does not look like it's from a dummy, but it's in a very strange, crunched up shape, which is normally what happens if you've been in a fire. Anyway, the Nether Sphere. Speaking to the Nether Sphere, yeah, anything's possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just pick up Will's point on the dummy?
Okay.
I'm pointing it was a hand. Don't stifle my creativity, damn it. It's darker.
Okay. So you don't think it was the dummy, huh?
No, I'm going with the hand, but I'm just morbid.
Okay, I'll have to take a look at that one again later and see.
Yeah, me too.
All right, and Harry.
I think it was interesting. It shows that Missy's got someone she has to report to. That she's not she may be the main one collecting. There are some people that depending on who she grabs, she has to turn them over to someone else. It's going to add some mystery of what's going on for this season, and it's making it a lot more interesting for me compared to what I usually think of when it comes to Moffat and his idea of themes for a season.
Okay. Okay, now this episode, one of the things I loved about it, a lot of fantastic moments in this episode. It's very hard to pick out a favorite, but I want you guys to do that. Let's start with Harry. Favorite moments from this episode?
My favorite moment from this episode is very easy. It's when the Doctor is talking with this young lady after they dispose of the robot, and he's pointing out all the stars, all the different worlds are out there and such. Just seeing that look of what awe and wonder on both his face and to sit on her face. I mean, it's just a classic moment. You just can't get better than that.
Magic moment. She threw up.
And it looks like I've got some spillage. Okay, Callan, favorite moments from this episode?
Oh, quite a few. Clara uses some cute expressions. Chop chop and off you pop. Then the Doctor uses the pseudonym John Smith, which I think dates back to Partick Towton, and if not Partick Towton, certainly John Pertwee uses it in Time Warrior. The windows in Clara's classroom are very similar to the design and remembrance of the Daleks, the ones Ace jumps through. Clara, you are, I remember what to say. Oh, I can't have that bit. You are, oh, when Clara says the thing about, you're not telling me everything, about the Soberg Blitzer, and I wouldn't approve, and she's annoyed with the Doctor not telling her because her children are in danger. That's the way she says it. She shows good logic there.
All right.
I like the way when they're in the hall, and the Shorex Blitzer blasts a big hole through a stack of chairs and leaves a really good smoking hole in them. I like the way the Doctor takes Courtney Woods into the future. He tells her earlier that he might have a vacancy, but not now, and pushes her out of his cupboard. In the way Danny susses out it'll be all right with the Doctor as long as Danny's good enough for Clara.
Oh, okay.
God's sake, Callan, you're gonna leave it for anybody else to talk about?
Sorry, you should just leave it to the end. From now on, we'll just leave my bits to the end. Sorry.
Oh,
That's
wow,
okay,
that's
because there's a
cruel.
lot of great moments in this episode. That's what I loved about it. All right, Nightwing, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, favorite moments in this episode?
The beginning part where the Doctor's well, not the beginning part before the opening sequence. I meant beginning where the are in the staff room, and the Doctor starts talking about otters. I find that quite amusing. And then also the I think it's just the the interaction between the Doctor and Danny. I find that quite amusing. Yes, sir. And I find that I just find that to be quite interesting. I knew that Doctor wasn't gonna like Danny due to being a soldier, but I never knew it was gonna be like that. I probably yeah.
Alrighty, Vil with a V.
I'll have to apologize and ask for the question again. Someone was messaging me to let me know that it's their birthday and ask me if I'd come out after the podcast.
Oh yeah, Pissy the Clown's birthday today, if I remember right.
No, this is someone that I know off of the internet out here by me.
Oh, okay. Give him a quick shout out. I think he turned 40 today. So, all right. So, favorite moments in the episode.
Okay, good question. I have to say the Doctor having, when the girl came in and the Doctor said there was a sign that said keep out, and she said no, it said go away humans. I thought that was a great scene right there. I also liked when the Doctor was interacting with Danny and pretty much, telling him exactly what he thought. This again made me think of Doctors, long past and not forgotten. So, I definitely had a few of them. There's also that little bit with the Nether Sphere, but that's because I'm kind of obsessed with figuring out Missy, who I still suspect may be the Master, although, there's reasons to think otherwise.
No, don't say that, bastard.
But so, overall, a good episode, and those were the moments that really stuck out for me.
Okay. Phillip?
I did like the beginning bit where Clara has to keep explaining to Danny why she's wet or suntanned and all that palaver. That was quite funny for me, and I did like the fact that what was that bit with Capaldi? I can't remember what it was now. It's gone out of my head. There's a thing with Capaldi that made me laugh. I can't remember it. It's gone. I'll come back to it when I remember it.
All right, AJ.
Alright, scenes that I liked at the very, very beginning of the episode where they're sitting in the desert chained to those giant posts. The whole banter about the vibro cutters and how she's got a second coat and one of them might be faulty.
Yeah.
The next one is inside the TARDIS where they're sitting there and they're bantering back and forth about why she's not going on an adventure for the day. And they're sitting there clicking, the TARDIS doors keep opening and closing.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
And the very final one, which is a very first in Doctor Who history, someone throwing up in the TARDIS.
All right, William.
Oh, I like the part when the Doctor used the watch to become invisible and hit Clara in the nose.
Oh yeah.
And then that same watch, he detected that Danny was in the TARDIS, invisible.
That's what it was. That's the other bit where when the Doctor realised that Doctor's not as stupid as he looks. He knows that Danny was in the TARDIS invisible.
And then in the beginning of the episode when he says, "I hate soldiers," and he kept being that same way all through the episode.
All right, Graham.
Man, slim pickings left here. No, I mean, a whole lot of them have basically been covered. The only other thing I can think of was at the end, before when he originally messes up Capaldi's plan to get rid of the robot, and he's starting. Am I just being ignored? You know what? Take him away. Shut him up. Shut him down. I don't care. Just take him away and let me get on with my work here. You know.
No, my favorite moment out of all of them, there was a lot of them, but this was mine, was the segment after they just showed Danny the TARDIS, and Clara turns to him and he looks her with those cold eyes. You explain me away to him. Now I want you to explain him away to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That right there shows he does not like the fact that attention is being taken away from him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not to mention, he finds out it's a soldier. Ooh. Yeah, that look in Capaldi's eyes. Oh.
I like that and dislike that in equal measure, but...
But for me, I thought there was just a hell of a moment right there where, he puts his foot down and says, explain me away to him. Now, sooner or later, I want you to explain him to me. What do you see in this, guy? He's a soldier. I don't like them. I don't want to be associated with him. And now you're, dating one. It's just, such a pivotal moment right there in this episode.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Okay. Well,
Very much so.
was there anything anyone wanted to complain about before we wrap up?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
William hopped right on it, so he gets it. Go ahead.
I didn't like the Skovaz Blitzer.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's echoed by me.
Yeah.
No, but I understand that he's a new idea, and I was saying because since Freedom, you said it earlier that that the writer knows about the Doctor Who from the past. I was thinking about maybe he should have brought back the Raston robot from the Five Doctors. That should have been a cool thought right there.
Yeah, that would have been difficult.
I
That would have
agree
been a
with
hard
that
thing.
under one condition: David Bowie has to play it.
Oh.
David's got no on
Why not just get Jagger while you're at it? Jeez.
Yeah, but involving the Raston robot or warrior robot, there would have been a lot of massacre in that school because you can't keep still.
No, if he was low, very very low on his weapons that he usually have on him.
There's no point being a Raston warrior if you've got no weapons, love. Come on.
Come on, the rest of the warrior can't kill hand to hand.
Yeah. I'm sure it would.
Let's face it would be a lot more spooky if the Raston robot warrior is popping up behind the bushes and snapping children's necks like twigs.
Yes, that's going to happen in a family friendly drama.
Yeah, it's bad enough they've gone darker and moved to a later time slot, but come on, if you have the Raston warrior robot slaughtering kids like a robotic
It's the Raston warrior of Voorhees.
Yeah, the flying ninja blur killing everybody. But, well, the only complaint I had about the whole Skovaz Blitzer thing It kind of sounded like the name of a new drink, like the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster or something.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
It looked a bit like the Roadrunner.
Yeah. Scope are shaken, not stirred.
I've got to say though, for the look of the robot, you know, and it looked kind of tacky and cheesy and whatnot, but it was actually better than what the look perceived it to be.
Yeah, Jimmy V played the robot, by the way, who we've seen as the Grass. We've seen him as Banana Caflata, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Banana Caflata.
Yeah.
Banana Caflata, yeah.
Banana Haka Cucamonga, whatever from
Banana.
Banana Caflata, whatever those names. Banana, I don't care.
Just call him Picklehead, man. That's all you got to call him.
Yeah, from Flight of the Darned, Voyage of the Damned, yeah. So he's popped up in Doctor Who before multiple times. And also Sarah Jane Adventures, I believe, is the Grass and the Groth. So
yeah.
Okay. Anything else before we bring it to close? Anything else anyone want to complain about in this whole episode?
Yeah, something to complain about me talking too much.
Well,
I'll get that
I
down
would
now.
say that I'm still.
I will complain and say I don't like the fat of his jumper. I don't like it. He makes it look like a tramp. Why do you wear
for God's sake.
Oh my gosh, you're
Yeah,
comparing
it doesn't suit him.
Hang on. The other things you can bitch about: writing, direction, production, the effects of the alien. You're bitching about a jumper, really?
Yeah, but it doesn't look very Doctor Who-y for me. I long for the days when the Doctor dresses in outlandish clothes like he used to do in the classics. That's what I prefer. I want that.
Philip, again, I know I sound like a broken record. Different TV generation.
Yeah, but it gives the Doctor some sort of a bit more of a
Wait,
alien quality when he's
are
wearing
you saying
things
that you want question mark collars back?
Yeah, bring those back as well, man. Yeah.
Yes, man.
Or you want him in a Hawaiian shirt? No.
No, I don't want him to be a pedo like fucking.
Some Edwardian clothes would be cool, but no, I would definitely say don't ever bring back those damned question marks.
Oh, I love them. I love them. I even went to school with those on my collar at school.
Which explains why you get booted in the nuts every day and now you're the way you are.
I would have said, who are you supposed to be, the Riddler? I'm Batman, bitch.
Yeah, and I'm Batty Man, bitch. Okay,
But it wasn't just me, I actually did kind of like his Caretaker jacket. I really liked it. I liked that one.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. It looked really good on him.
This whole, you know what he was missing in this episode with that outfit? An ice cream truck.
Ooh.
Hey, little girl, do you want to come with me?
Oh boy.
We've already had a wisecrack about 1970.
Now, what you guys missed because I didn't have this on video is when I said that, I was rubbing my hands together.
Ooh. Yeah, I can imagine.
Come here, little girl. Want to take a trip in my magic box?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can see all the ways that could go wrong. Horribly wrong.
Oh, God.
By the way, Philip, I heard next week he's going to wear a rainbow striped jumper. So there you go.
That would do me.
Well,
Yeah, I still think that we need David Bowie as the Raston Warrior robot in some episode.
Why David Bowie? He's gotten old, man.
Okay, do you remember? Okay, it doesn't matter. He's still David Bowie. And do you remember how that Raston Warrior robot looked? It should have been David Bowie in the first place.
Better yet, if you want that type of bill, get like Doug Jones as the Raston Warrior robot. There you go. Anyone remember Doug Jones? He played Abe Sapien in Hellboy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'd still go with David Bowie.
Yeah, also in Pan's Labyrinth and whatnot, as various different things. For those movie buffs out there. Okay, guys, it's that time again.
Time.
Starting with Harry. Out of 10, how would you rate the Caretaker?
I'd give it 7.5.
Oh.
Okay. Any particular reason for that particular rating, or?
It's good. It moved better than the bank job, but it still needs a little something more to push it. Get the moving along at a good, solid rate instead of this jerking back and forth and everything.
Okay. Callan?
I was giving it a 9 plus.
All right. Nightwing?
This is a hard one, so I'm going to give it an 8. It could have done more with the robot, and at the end they could have probably taken Danny on the, to dispose of the robot, not Courtney, but leave that for the next episode. But in all, it was a great episode.
Okay. Bill with a V.
I'm going to give that an 8, and Hatshepsut gives it.
There we go.
Okay, Phillip?
I'm going to give it 8.5 because I did enjoy it, and Capaldi was excellent in it, and the whole supporting characters as well. They did their part very well. It's a good story. Shame about the robot though. That's all.
Okay, AJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. Like everyone else has said, they should have done more with the robot. Even like footage showing, the robot in war or something. But yeah, solid 8 for me.
Okay, William?
I give it a 7.5. They should have done more with the robot, or changed it, or mentioned or had an appearance of Ian.
No, that wasn't going to happen.
They should have done something.
I knew going in it wasn't going to happen. Hey, what was that, Nightwing, you wanted to add?
No, I was just saying near to the idea of Ian. They could have mentioned him. They won't have actually had him in the.
Okay.
Hey, Freedom.
Yeah.
Don't forget when Dr. Who Man gave it.
Oh yeah, he gives everything anything that's post 1979 under 5 out of 10. So right.
I thought they really liked Capaldi.
Yeah, he gave it a 4 out of 10, but that's just because he liked Capaldi. Crotchety old doll. All right. Okay, and Graham out of 10.
The leaders of the Cockney Ninjas aside, and all your guys' complaints with the robot, I've not got a problem. It was a subplot, 9 out of 10.
Okay, and I agree with Graham. I gave it a 9 out of 10 because I think they could have done more with the Skovox Blitzer or picked a better villain. But hey, Jimmy V needed a paycheck that week, and also the fact it flowed really well. Capaldi versus Danny. Clara trying to control the whole situation. It was well written. It was well done. I got to give it a 9 out of 10. Okay. And of course, lastly, before we go, the next week trailer.
Oh yeah.
Let's start with Harry and go around. What are you expecting to see out of Kill the Moon? Just off that little snippet.
I think we're going to the Doctor's finally going to get a episode where he gets to know a bit more about Danny. And I think Danny is going to find out that it's going to start making it clear that Claire has got to make a choice. It's either him.
Hang on, Danny's not in this one. Danny's not going to be in the next episode.
Yeah.
If he is, it'll be a limited one. I think it's just going to be mainly the Doctor, Clara, and Courtney.
And whatever she is.
Who knows? We haven't seen it yet. This is virgin territory for us. So.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a virgin. Go on, carry on.
Shut up.
Oh, God.
Okay, Callan, what are you expecting for next week?
I don't know. Just what you saw in the trailer. It looks like it's going to be good, but not as good as this one, I don't think.
You can't prejudge really on the trailer, Callan.
No, it's true. The monster looks pretty scary.
If we sat here last week and said, okay, the Caretaker, the trailer, it looks kind of Sarah Jane Adventure-esque. And then you watch it. Prime example, man. You can't base it on a trailer.
But as I said, when your doctor goes back to Coal Hill School, you're expecting something special. I was anyway.
Yeah. All I can say is I'm looking forward to those spider with teeth. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Nightwing.
I kind of looking forward to this episode, but I can tell the arachnophobes aren't going to. I was talking to Phil about it, and then he explained something about the planet of the spiders or something.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Doctor's has got problems. He doesn't like spiders, but I think Courtney's got the same problem as well, because because she seemed to freeze up, didn't she, in the trailer?
Wouldn't you if you saw something like that?
I I couldn't make it out in the trailer. It could have been Clara, for I could tell. There was hair all over the place, and it didn't really look like her hair. And so
Yeah, they're both kind of built like little boys, aren't they?
Oh God.
Yeah.
I freeze up when I see a spider that's over an inch in diameter. So
yeah.
I don't like spiders myself.
All hail the great one.
Hey, Dr. Freedom, you should be looking at a way to get down to Florida for the end of October. Hurricane Who is coming.
Okay, next time trailer. What do you think of that, Bill?
Oh, I had questions about it. I'm kind of wondering if these aren't going to be some sort of a redo of the spider race from Planet of the Spiders, or if this is going to be some new monster entirely. Beyond that, I couldn't make out ass or face of the thing. It was too brief. The shots were kind of dark, and you didn't really even see. You saw a spider-looking thing, and then you saw this creature that looked like part spider, part humanoid when its mouth opened.
I take it you never saw the preview clip, Bill?
I only saw the clip at the end of the episode. I didn't see the preview clip.
All right, well.
We'll take a look at that. That will give it.
Can you post me a link? I won't have time to talk about it now, but I'd like to see it.
Okay. Well, we'll have to get around to it because I don't have it on hand right now. So.
Okay.
Okay, Philip.
I can't wait to see Courtney get bitten by a spider, and she dies from the poison. And the doctor says, "Well, you know what? I can't do nothing about it," and fucks off. There you go.
Oh, God. Come on! You're getting a bad impression of poor Courtney just based off "Do It." Okay, AJ. Oh, great.
Holy shit!
Yep.
All right, hang on a second. Let me get everybody back.
Okay, that was really weird.
My internet went out.
Yep.
Oh, good. At least
we're back now.
Automatically restarted. I didn't even have to restart it.
Yeah. The post office comes to Inverurie.
My internet kicked out.
Whoa.
It just went.
Have you been visited by the ghost of Post Office Boy Future?
We've lost Daniel.
Okay, we left off at AJ.
I can't really tell, like the other guy said from the trailer. Too early to tell.
All right, William.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the little spider creatures. And if Danny does show up, like I said, we're gonna all be watching what he does.
Okay, and Graham.
Again, a wee bit too early to say, but based on the preview clip, I'm really interested to see what those spider scorpion type things are. They look badass, man.
Okay, and all I can say is the Skovox Blitzer must have hit Time Warner Cable sometime during this. Yeah, my internet just completely died all of a sudden. Went out for about 30 seconds, and then it took a minute to reconnect. Oh, well,
cool.
What can you do? It's not the Omega Files unless something goes wrong.
Exactly.
That is true.
It's the real Omega Files.
No, don't even get me started. Okay. That's a whole other subject. Okay, well, guys, we've talked about it. We've rated it. We're looking forward to next week. Let's go ahead and go around, get final thoughts and farewells from everybody. Let's start with Graham.
Yep, always a pleasure, Brian. Looking forward to next week. Keep on hooing.
All right, William.
Oh, thank you for having me here. I look forward to next week.
Okay, AJ.
It's always great talking to you guys, and thanks for letting me be here.
All right, Philip.
Capone is God, and I'm looking forward to see him next week. There you go.
It's about time he finally came around to the sacred way of the eyebrow.
That's what
I love him hairy. Well, there you go.
On your knees,
Oh,
Philip.
God.
Okay, Vil with a V.
M is for mass graves, and for what we do next week when we masturbate with sandpaper.
Well, that's the rating.
Oh, God.
Oh, gosh.
This is Big Bird signing out.
I thought for a second it was Massacre Me Elmo. Okay. Or even worse, it's the count. One dead student. Ha 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 ha.
Oh God.
Okay, Nightwing.
Great episode. Sadly, won't be joining you guys for the next 2 weeks.
Oh my God, my heart.
Oh, why not?
He got grounded.
Nope. I'm working.
Oh,
Well,
you're
that's
going
a
out with a
job.
you're going out with a burger, ain't you? You're dating a burger, ain't you? I
Okay,
forgot
that thing that you do with sock puppets isn't work.
It's even
No,
worse.
got a
He's
job,
put on
so.
a special investigative detail to find out what happened to Mayor McCheese.
Yes. That's my
Why
YouTube.
was he found in the Vaseline?
Oh.
They're afraid they're going to find him nude lying on a bed in a southern hotel with a... Okay, Callan, final thoughts and farewell.
Well, thanks for having me, Freedom, and thanks, gentlemen.
just-
Always a pleasure.
Remember, this is the American South. The mystery won't be the murder. They won't care about that. It will be the race of the people involved.
Oh,
Very true.
yeah, but what? Yeah, I don't know how you classify Mayor McCheese. Was it a hate crime against Burger Kind?
Cheese is he may be frosty. I don't know.
Okay, and lastly, but certainly not least, Harry.
Well, it's been a pleasure as always being here, and I look forward to next week. Catch you guys all later.
Okay, well, like I said, and a special thank you to the guys down at Time Warner Cable.
Screw you, Ted Turner.
Which unfortunately will also be my cable company after I move, because they also control the internet down there as well.
And they love little children down there.
All right, Michael. Yeah, right.
Well, on behalf of myself and the rest of the panel and the guys at the NSA who are probably listening, everyone enjoy the rest of your week. Have a good one.
And to those guys with the NSA, all that I can say is pull up your pants and get a real job.
Get a haircut and get a real job. Okay. Later, guys. Ta-ta. Have a great week.